sitting here laid up with my boyfriend. You guys, so let's just jump right in. Disclosure before I start. No, I do not talk to him anymore. I do follow him on Instagram. He has a boyfriend, so I just wanted to get that out the way. This video is not intended to draw harm or shade to anybody. I just wanted to tell my side of the story and to clear it up. Also, disclosure, for those that are wondering and those that are inquiring, for those that do not know me, yes, I am gay. It's something that I've never really said before out loud and in public, so this might be a shock for some people, but for other people it clearly will not be a shock. But I just want to throw that out there as a disclosure that yes, I am gay. So without further ado, let me just jump right into this whole story. So maybe about when I was in middle school, I met Dre. Dre was this boy that I met, and he was everything. Like, we started out as friends. I didn't know him, he didn't know me. We went to the same middle school together, and we started out as friends. Over time, that friendship had developed into more than a friendship. We actually became like the best of friends. He knew my mom, I knew his family, so it was kind of like we had this thing going. So let's fast forward a couple years later, maybe like 7th or 8th grade, Dre moves. Okay, when Dre moves, we still remained in contact. Like, we still had that love, we still had that relationship that was kind of like, even though we weren't at the same school, it was like he knew where he was, I knew where I was, and we knew where each other stood. That's how it was. So what made me irritated about Dre was, number one, was that he always said that, I don't want to be in a relationship, this and that. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm not pressuring you to be in a relationship. But what irritated me the most with him was, don't keep getting into these relationships with other boys or other men, and then you come to me like, oh, woe is me, I don't know why I'm in a relationship with this person's horrible, this person's bad. And I'm sitting here going like, okay, like, why would you get yourself in a relationship knowing that that's not your soulmate, that's not the person that you want to be with? Like, but yeah, you're clearly coming to me about all your problems. Like, I don't understand that. And I felt some type of way about the situation, because I'm like, okay, like, yes, we were friends, and we had developed more than a friendship. We had developed best friends, and then we had to develop, I guess, what you would call, quote unquote, a relationship. I guess, I don't know. But over time, it just seemed so, how can I put it? It just seemed so awkward. It just seemed so like he would get in these relationships with other guys, and then 2 weeks later I would talk to him, and it'd be like, I'm like, oh, so how's the relationship with so-and-so? He was like, oh, we broke up. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, what's the purpose of you getting in these relationships if you're just going to break up with them 2 weeks later? Like, doesn't make sense at all. So fast forward maybe 2 or 3 years now we're in high school. Everything has changed. I've moved on, he's moved on. We have not spoke. By this time, we have not spoken like maybe 2 or 3 years. Mind you, I still follow him on Instagram. To this day, I still do follow him on Instagram. And I followed him on Twitter. So it came across to me one day, we were talking, and we were just having normal conversation. And we were just talking. So I'm like, oh yeah, what are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. He like, oh, I'm sitting here laid up with my boyfriend. Okay, pause. You was just on my line last week. Not even last week. You was just on my line last night talking about oh yeah, let's do this, let's do that, this and the third. But you have a whole boyfriend. And then what made it even worse was, I'm like, okay, Dre, like, we was just on the phone. For you to be like, oh, now I have a boyfriend, like, I don't understand that. And then I asked, and then my best friend had reached out to him and was like, what's going on with you and Zay? Like, why y'all not in a relationship? Like, y'all are meant to be, like, y'all are cute. Like, why are you and Dre not in a relationship? He gonna say, oh, I look at Zay like a brother. I don't look at him like that. And I'm sitting here going like, nigga, you a whole lie, because I'm like, brothers don't do what the fuck we was doing. You let me know that you fucking your brother. I'll wait. I'll wait. You let me know that you stay on the phone all night with your brother till you fall asleep with him. I'll wait. I'll wait. I want to do this and I want to do that. I'll wait. So if that's what brothers do, nigga, you are nasty. That is nothing but fucking incest, okay? Like, I do not get it. So ever since then, I have not spoken to Dre. Mind you, I'm 20 years old now, and it's been like maybe like 2-3 years since I've spoken to him. Every now and again, he'll pop up on my news feed. And he'll say some crazy shit or whatever, and I'll just ignore it or something like that. But 9 times out of 10, I do not talk to him. Like, I do not have constant communication with him. He's moved on. He has a boyfriend, and from what I gather, I guess they're happy. I have no idea, because one minute they're posted up together on Instagram, the next minute they're not. So I have no idea whether or not they're still together, they aren't together. I really don't know. So people are always constantly asking me, like, why are you always talking about Dre? Why are you always, like, so caught up in the fact of what Dre is doing? And I'm like, wait, you have to understand. Me and Dre have been at this for at least 5 years of my life. We met in middle school. So for this to carry on all the way till my sophomore, junior year in high school, like, that's a long ass time. So I'm not going to just get over somebody that quickly. And then not only that, for the stuff that we were doing, it's like, okay, like, this is just not we was in a relationship and it didn't work out. No, it was like we weren't in a relationship, but we were on a different level than a relationship, if that makes sense. So we were kind of like friends with benefits, but at the same time we weren't, because it was like he was still in a relationship with somebody else, and we were just side hoes, basically. Like, we was just fucking each other, essentially. That's what it all boils down to. So people are like, well, what do you expect the outcome? What's the purpose of this video? And the outcome of this video is, it's like, okay, I don't really care about what he's doing in his life. That's neither my business or another. I'm worried about making this money, securing the bag. Like, I do not have time. I'm focused on way other things than Dre. But the purpose of this video was to really share my side of the story and to really, like, let these people know, like, I do not have time for y'all kids. Like, I'm so tired of being played. I'm so tired of niggas being in my messages, in my DMs, talking about some, I want to be with you, like, let's conquer the world together, this and that. And then, of course, my dumb ass falling for it. Like, I really do not get it. Like, I spent all that time worrying about a nigga that does not necessarily want me. And it's like, now that I've gotten older, now that I've started my 20s, now I can really sit here and say, like, I'm happy with who I am. I'm happy with the way that my life is going. Things aren't perfect, but I'm happy where my life is going. So I do not want to be in a relationship with him. So I want to clear that up. No, I do not want to be in a relationship with him. If he sees this video, great. If he doesn't, still great. No sweat off my back. It doesn't really faze me, doesn't really matter to me. So I just wanted to really share my side of the story. And yes, this is a series of many stories. So if you would like part 2 to this video, I have another story on a complete another guy. So if you want part 2 of this video, make sure you hit the link below. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow me on all my social medias on the screen below. It'll be on the screen. Make sure you also look at all my previous videos at the link above. And make sure you subscribe, because I will be doing a part 2. And this is just going to be a complete series. So thank you guys for watching.